Today we're going to start to look at the next part of the laws of exponents, and we're going to focus on that today and tomorrow. So using your new notes paper, I would like you to take some notes. First thing is I would like you to skip page 1. We will come back and do that tomorrow. What I want you to focus on is on page 2, the fraction operation. Basically, what I want you to do for the rest of class is review your fraction operation. So, for example, when you're adding fractions, you want a common denominator. So between 4 and 5, the common denominator is 20, which means we would have to multiply top and bottom of this first fraction by 4, and top and bottom of this fraction on the left side by 5. This first fraction would become 15 over 20, and the second fraction would become 8 over 20. So when we're looking to add fractions, you have to make sure that you have common denominators. You're multiplying both numerator and denominator by the same number to make sure the denominators are the same. You then need to add across. So you add in the numerator. 15 plus 8 does give you 23. And then for the denominator, it stays the same. It would just be the 20. Lastly, you would look to see if you could reduce. 23 over 20 has no common factors, so it is fully reduced. Subtraction is the same thing. You need a common denominator in order to subtract. So if we look at this problem up here, all that would change from addition to subtraction here with these numbers is the sign in the middle. So when you are looking to subtract, you again subtract across the top. So 15 minus 8 would be 7. And then the denominator would still stay the same. It would still be the 20. Again, you look if you could simplify. 7 over 20 you cannot, so you are done. When you multiply, you want to multiply straight across numerators and denominators. So when you multiply here straight across, 3 times 2 gives you 6, and 4 times 5 gives you 20. Now, this still holds true if you're multiplying something like 3 times the 2/5. You multiply straight across and think to yourself, is that 3 in the numerator or the denominator? The 3 is in the numerator, so when you multiply straight across, it just affects the numerator. The denominator would still stay 5. Another way to think about this is to take your 3 and make it into a fraction over 1, and then you can multiply straight across. For division, we are going to keep change flip or same change flip, as you might have heard it. We are going to change it to multiplication. So 3/4 becomes 4 over, the first fraction stays the same, so that would stay 3 over 4. It would change to multiplication, and we would flip the second fraction to become 5 over 2. So keep the first fraction the same, change to multiplication, and flip the second fraction. Then you simply multiply straight across, like we talked about over here for multiplication. 3 times 5 gives you 15, and 4 times 2 gives you 8. Again, check and see if you can reduce. 15 and 8 have no common factors, so it is fully reduced. What I would like you to do are all of these fraction review problems, okay? The last thing I'm going to mention is for this problem, this line right here is the same thing as writing these two fractions with a division symbol. So that line right here, you could write it out as 3/4 divided by 3/5. It means the same thing. So good luck, and I'll see you tomorrow.